One of the things I truly loved about Once Justice was the customization. It's such an awesome opportunity to add references to characters who just don't make the cut. Today I'll be going over 10 new cosmetics or customization or costumes or accessories that I would like to see added to the new game, Once Justice 2. If something you wanted to see added to the game doesn't make my list, let me know in the comment section below, just in case I missed it. I'd love to hear all about it. Starting at number 1, Gentle's double layer scarf. It would just be a shame to not have Gentle represented in the game at all, and if you saw my prediction list, you know I don't expect him to make the cut for Once Justice 2, at least not the base roster. So why not have an accessory based on him? The best option I could find from his attire, at least in my opinion, would be his scarf. Number 2, Bubble Girl's mask. Not exactly the first thing you would think of when you start thinking about cosmetics for Once Justice 2, and it was actually the last thing I added to this list, but it's a nice touch of Season 4 representation, so I'd like to see it. Number 3, Snipes Hat. Getting away from Season 4 for a moment, Snipe is one of those heroes that's pretty obviously designed to be a side character, but I can't help but love his design. When him and all the other heroes showed up to help Aizawa, I was super impressed with the character, but as long as he does have that very, very side character status, at least give him a hat in the new game. Number 4, La Brava, specifically her bow. If we've got Gentle representation in the game, we might as well have La Brava representation as well. Also, it's a bow. Bows are cool. Number 5, casual wear. I know casual wear is a little vague, but there has been a few times where the UA gang has worn casual civilian clothing or attire. The movie has moments like this, and right before the All for One fight, they all get new attires, and none of them are in Once Justice 1. Such a shame. I hope we get some of that in Once Justice 2. Number 6, Eri's horn. Eri is incredibly important to Season 4, and I'm sure she's going to be represented somehow in Once Justice 2, and Eri's horn is probably the easiest way to represent her in the customization system. Number 7, Knuckledusters Mosque. I've actually got every single volume of Vigilantes, and while I haven't had the time to read it all, I have always enjoyed it when I do sit down and take the time to read it. Having some Vigilantes representation in this game would be awesome. Koichi's design is a little hard to adapt into an accessory because of the type of outfit that he wears. Maybe you could just put his glasses in, but I think that's a little bit boring. I think it would be much better to have Knuckledusters Mask. Number 8, Shimura's cape. I'm not holding my breath for this one because it would be a whole new thing that the team would have to rig because it's a different type of material than they normally have, but despite that, I think it would be really nice to have some Shimura representation. This next one is a little silly, I understand, but Tsubasa's wings. Some of the Once Justice customization does lean a little bit more to the silly side, and I understand this is one of those, but I'm totally okay with that. I think it would be super cool to mess around with something like this. I know it's a little goofy, but whatever. And lastly, the biggest snub from Once Justice. It absolutely should have been in Once Justice. I can't believe it didn't make the cut. The UA Sports Festival costumes. How did they not put this in the previous game? The Sports Festival arc is what turned me into a My Hero Academia fan, and I'm sure it did that for a lot of people as well. It can't have just been me. And not having those designs in the game, it really hurts. I seriously hope we get this, man. I would be pretty disappointed if we don't get the UA Sports Festival costumes. One little extra request to go alongside that is the Sports Festival costume for Uraraka. I think it would be a good idea to have the version of her after she had already thrown her jacket, just to reference the Bakugo fight, and it adds a little uniqueness to her UA Sports Festival outfit as opposed to everyone else's. That's it. That's my list of customization options I would like to see added to My Hero Once Justice 2. If you've made it this far into the video and wonder why I didn't mention characters like Sero or Mei, it's because they actually already had customization options in the previous game. There are a couple notable characters I didn't mention that I know people are going to be upset about. I didn't mention Hawks, because in all honesty, I think Hawks might make it in as DLC, and maybe they'll add in costume stuff as well when they do that. I don't know. Another character I really wanted to mention was Tatsu Mar, but unfortunately Tatsu Mar doesn't really have anything I would want to equip on my character. She's got that kind of dragon claw thing on her head, but I don't think that would look good on most characters, so I didn't really want to add that to the list. But that's it. That's my list of 10 cosmetics I would like to see added to Once Justice 2. I hope you're as excited about this game as I am, because we're going to have a lot more content coming up for this game in the near future. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Bilbzy, and I'll be sure to see you in the next one.